It looks as though we're back online. Just a quick disconnect there, guys. I have to quickly see if it's actually streaming. So the video will load very, very soon. Hopefully it's back up in a second.
There we go, back online.
Okay, so it looks as though it's back up. It just disconnected there. That must have been a problem with OBS Broadcaster. You don't need to let me know, guys. I can hear the sounds in my headset. But it's as though Red Team are still 5k behind. They are behind in kills, but they do have that Baron now, so they can actually try and push something. They can use their siege comp to their potential now. As though Smurf's going to try and do a lot of damage, but it looks as though Smurf might actually get caught here. But they don't want to go for Smurf, they want to go for Fury. Master Yi, he's ripping down the lane, trying to do as much damage as possible. The Culling coming down and Smurf taking that upper-handed hit towards the end of the spear there from Nidalee. So that's obviously not very good. It looks as though they know Dragon's going to be up in roughly around about 20 seconds. Very, very good scores coming out for you from Solace. 7-0 on the Lucian. Looks as though he's building his IE. I'm not really sure if he should be building an IE at this stage. I think he should have maybe gone for a sheer Last Whisper. Just because of how tanky Aurelia is currently, and obviously Master Yi being in the backline as well, wanting to do as much damage as humanly possible, because I don't think an IE is going to make that much of an impact onto the Aurelia with a GA as well. So that might not be the greatest of builds there coming out for Lucian, although he is 7-0, so he has done well this game. Fury is doing exceptionally well this game. I don't think they want to try and engage though while they've still got Baron. That will tick off very soon though. This could be decided by one singular fight here, and Orianna taking a huge amount of damage there.
I would agree that blue team is starting to lose their advantage a bit. I think they're playing out the late game a bit too long. They should have used their mid-game presence a bit better. But hopefully they still have enough to actually get the Nexus down.
Oh, it looks as though he's actually got in. He has got
caught gone in
on Nidalee and Tarek as well, and this will be a lot of damage coming out from the Culling as well, but can't seem to do enough. He will actually chase, but he's not going to have enough to do enough there, so he will have to back off. They split up there. That was a bad decision. Another spear coming in from Nidalee, backing them away. She's just taunting them with these spears and then going into Cougar form and running away again. They're going to try and push this mid lane in Hib and try and get it down as best as they possibly can, but Smurf is low. He doesn't want to be in this team fight. He's already used his ultimate to try and get away, and Aurelia is very, very strong, and they do have Master Yi, and here comes the engage onto Morgana. They do back off, but they do catch Master Yi and Severe, but she does actually flash out the ultimate. Aurelia's going to go in, actually does drop the Orianna, so she does her job. Master Yi's going to go in, get popped as well. Looks as though they're going to try and re-engage into this, but there's no ultimates here for Solace apart from the Shyvana ult. That's still down because she hasn't got enough actual energy to be able to pop it. Then Nidalee trying to do as much damage as what she possibly can. It looks as though the Severe will get caught here, and Solace are looking very, very vulnerable because Aurelia does have the GA. It looks as though Morgana has been caught. They're going to have to try and back away from this, and that's not a good idea. Looks as though Morgana did go down there, so that's a 2-for-1 exchange. Master Yi dropping, and that's not very good with a minute coming down on Baron as well. Wanted to try and get that mid in here, but I think, Jen, just because of the fact of they wanted to try and push for that Baron as well. They wanted to try and get some pressure on the map whilst obviously having the Baron there as well.
I think they could be pressuring other lanes a bit better. I'm not sure if they're using their gold advantage to their best their ability right now.
They've actually lost a lot of gold income along with that Baron and that Dragon loss as well, so
Purple team are closing that gap.
They've closed it right up now. Looks as though the Aurelia We'll be going back and buying another item. Looks as though she's looking for a way more sustain. That Master Yi still doing a ton of damage. He's probably going for his last Whisper now, I would assume.
Does appear to be that way.
That Feral Flare, let's have a look at those stacks already. 214 on that Feral Flare. He's got 220 farm. He's absolutely done a monstrous job. He's nearly got more farm than everyone on Solace. Only Smurf and obviously Lucian ahead of him. It's a big load of damage as well coming in. They did want to try and get this middle lane inhibitor, but they haven't managed to get it. So come on Solace, you can push out for this one last team fight. You need to make this one count. Forget about Aurelia in the front line. Even though she's doing a lot of damage, you need to take out their backline first. That Master Yi will need to die, and Aurelia is trying to push on this Orianna that just took a huge Q to the face. Very good, landing a Dark Binding onto the Aurelia. Looks as though they're going to try
Purple
and
team
force this
seems to be
Baron.
playing the purple. Seem to be playing the poke comp
Yeah,
pretty well right now.
Yeah, it looks as though they are going to be trying that. They've actually really caught. There's only 400 gold in it now, and they are a tower behind, so they have picked up a lot of gold. Need to try and back away from this though with Solace pushing mid lane. They're going to try and force them off here. Aurelia looks as though she's going to try and bait them into a team fight. So they don't want to be fighting into their jungle. They do have vision of it, obviously. It's as though Master Yi will obviously try and take this Baron on his own, although he has been pushed out of the fight with about 3/4 HP, but he can sustain that back up very, very quickly. Obviously with that heal, that meditate coming in on his W, so it should be very interesting to see if he makes that work. That's a good Dark Binding onto the turret, but they shouldn't engage on that. He's just going to stand there and take it. Aurelia obviously wants to try and engage here. Can she get an engage? She doesn't. They don't want to not get caught here, Solace. Do not get caught, guys, because if you do get caught, their team fight at the moment, he's so strong. It looks as though the Aurelia's gone in. She's going to not mind taking a bit of poke there, but Aurelia is now on her own. The culling comes down here from Lucian. They're going to try and chase this Aurelia, but the Severe ultimate is so strong. And the Wukong can just not catch up with the Severe ult. Going to try and pop down as much damage as humanly possible, but that is a waste of an ultimate, and now they're going to have to back away. Wukong will try and go in. Will he get popped by the Severe? No, she backs off too. So as though this is a very, very close game, Jen. I'm not sure whether Solace can actually pull this off. I think they've lost a lot of their early game fighting skills and their potential in their mid game, and now it's in late game with that Master Yi being that fed, can quite easily take down a Lucian and an Orianna in the back lane with about 3 or 4 hits on his actual just auto attack here. He's got a lot of damage. Orianna trying to do her best to try and take out the dragon as well, but it looks as though Red Team have gone for that Baron, so Orianna's going to have to come back up. But watch this Baron die. Oh my god, Master Yi is ripping that in half. Oh my good lord. And that Baron will go down there, and that will be a 47-minute Baron. It's back up, and it looks as though Orianna's been caught, but the damage engage is strong. Looks as though this is a 2 versus 5. Orianna actually goes in, the culling comes out. Now this is where Master Yi is dangerous. He goes into the back line. Looks as though Yi will get caught here onto there, and there takes down 2 carries. It doesn't even matter if he dies, but he picks up another kill, and that's a quadra kill for Master Yi. And that's the damage that Yi can do. So huge onto the back line there. Lucian just dying for the first time, 40 minutes in. Doesn't matter though, because that Master Yi, as I predicted, could actually just pick up the damage there, and he's tanking this turret so effectively. It's as though Aurelia's coming out, and that should be the GG coming out there. So even though they was ahead for most of the game, they kind of let their mid-game slip. That's not very good, and end up with 7k gold behind. So it's not a great start for you guys, but it is something for you guys to watch back on. I'm just going to end the game now and just have a quick look at the damage. What did you think of that game, Jem? Where do you think they went wrong?
They had an extreme problem with keeping their advantage and using their advantage to their potential. They had a really good start to the game, but unfortunately they fell off just way too hard to their mid. They should have used their presence a lot better. They could have finished that game easily by 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they didn't. It felt like they were toying with them a bit more than they needed to. And I was kind of waiting for that late game climb back, and it happened.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately.
that's just it's just a bad way to go out there. They didn't obviously use
Just weren't
their
enough sieging and objective control as they could have had.
yeah, and the engage there obviously from Master Yi called it before the game, getting onto the back line, taking people down, just too much damage there from Master Yi to even contest
There was
with.
just too much time. There was a lot of time wasted in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
Could have been a lot more time pinched at. What's the word? Time efficiency.
yeah, onto the mid lane or into the mid game. Sorry, they could have really pushed and actually won the game if they would have gone for more objective-based control. So, but they didn't. They allowed Purple Team to get back into the game, and they actually pushed them out of the game as well. So, unlucky there to Solace Evolution. Good game, guys. Unfortunately, though, you didn't actually pull through this time, but it was a good game nevertheless, and it is something for you guys to take away. That's the only game that we've got for tonight, guys. So after this, we're just going to actually turn off the stream. We're going to play some games ourselves. So it's good night from me, and it's probably good night from Jen as well. But we'll be